so I've been seeing a lot.
Oh, I always forget that. Okay. Now I think I'm ready. Oh, I know what I want to do. How's everybody doing tonight? Let's see. No, I want to be able to see there. It's a little bit cold. And today's students, our first lesson is, oh, I like this jacket. This was from my Sheen haul that I did last week. Still haven't returned on all the other clothes. I'm in my bedroom. I mean, I'm in a room. What do you mean? Is that what you mean, Tommy? Well, thank you. I love it when somebody just speaks right up and they're not afraid or anything. Happy Friday to you too. And they type in all bold and you can see it well. I'm in Texas. Where are you? Hi, Barry. I'm on TikTok. Hey, Miami. Hey, what's it like there? I thought about taking my Figures, Texas. Well, I wasn't born in Texas. I only moved here because of my dad's career in the many, many, many decades ago. Good evening, soul. I can't read what the rest of it. Soulless. I remember you. I like that name. Florida. It's complicated, is the best way to say it. So it's nice. Did I get up to, I looked about at going there with my son for spring break, and I think it said it was going to be in the 70s this week. So I don't know if that's what ended up happening. Then I was going to go to Boston. Ended up doing nothing but we did go to a really cool museum yesterday that, well, thank you. I live streamed and very few people, believe it or not, wanted to watch my Van Gogh live stream. Go figure. I would have thought all of TikTok would want to see the Van Gogh live stream. I'm on a bike run. What does that mean? On your bike or on a run? Communist state. I don't know what you mean. I saw some of you did? Yeah, oh, your Harley. I wore a Harley Davidson t-shirt today, actually. Not this one. And I didn't even realize it said Harley Davidson. I know that sounds stupid, but I got dressed in the dark and I just saw that it was a white shirt, and then I went and played pickleball and it had Harley Davidson all over it. And I know people assume things when you wear clothes that say certain things, but honestly, I look at when I buy t-shirts to wear around for fun, to just go to the gym in or just run around in, I look at the colors. Now, unless it has something that I find very offensive, then I wouldn't buy it, but I don't care. I didn't even, and the Harley Davidson was hard to even read, I thought. I just saw a tag, and I hate tags. I wear my so I can, what is it? I wear my sunglasses at night so I can. What are the rest of the words? I can't remember. Haven't chatted in a while. Polar Bear Express. I remember your name, but I don't remember what we talked about. I guess I could put sunglasses on. I remember going out to nightclubs when I was a teenager and people wearing sunglasses thinking they were really cool. You can't see when your eyes are... You know what? I can't either. I've always wondered about that. Just everyday stuff. Yeah. Just trying to survive everything. Just everyday stuff. I've noticed. Well, thank you for popping in. I appreciate it very much. Oh, thank you. That scared me for a second. Thank you, Barry. I appreciate it. Thank you. Well, things could always be better in many ways, but things could also be worse. So at least I'm alive and trying to get better. Yes, thank you. I've noticed the views have been really low on lives. I've watched other people. Now, some people definitely not. It didn't affect them, but others, it really surprised me that the views were so low. Hi, Clay. How are you? Well, thank you. Like some people have shockingly low views, and I don't know if it has to do with spring break. To go live, Fred, you push the plus button you have to have at least 1,000 followers, and you push the plus button at the bottom of your screen, and it says go live. So, but once you're in the live, there are different options, and you just have to do it to figure out. You can't practice going live and seeing all the features of going live unless you actually go live. Well, thank you. I love you too. You're very sweet. I've been noticing a lot of people, not a lot, but several creators that are concerned about what might happen in the future. And so they're making videos. Yes, trial and error. I'm not Fred. Oh, I'm sorry, I guess I've read it wrong. You're right. It says Freedom and not Fred, and I just read it too quickly. Plus, I don't have glasses on. Sorry. Hi, Boston. I almost went to Boston this past week for spring break with my son. Used to live in Brighton, close to Cambridge. So how are you doing tonight? Is it absolutely freezing in Boston? Boston? It's okay. Oh, well, I'm a nobody around here too. I think you have to have 1 million followers to really be somebody on TikTok. In Somerville? I don't know where Somerville is. How far away is it? Let's see. You said you're in Boston. So Somerville must be like just a suburb of Boston. Is that right? next to Arlington. Oh, there's an Arlington in Texas, too. I didn't know there was an Arlington in Massachusetts. Well, we're all a somebody. I mean, but on TikTok, Cambridge area, North Carolina. Well, spring break ends today, actually. Good to see you. Headed to bed. Been a long day. I wish I could just go to sleep like that. Good night, Oakley. I'm always envious of people that can just say, well, I'm going to bed and then go to sleep. And it takes a monumental, Herculean effort of all kinds for me to go to sleep. I mean, it is, and it's definitely hurt me. I'm 5 foot 5 and a half. 5 foot 5 and a half. I was 5'6", but I had a spinal fusion and I've shrunk a little. Does anybody else know what it's like to not be able to go to sleep and have a lot of men are like that. A lot of men can just lay their head on their pillow and go to sleep and have no problems, but it seems like the ones that tend to have problems are women going to sleep, like me. Well, I don't sleep. Well, you have to sleep. I've been waking up in the night in a panic, and that's not very fun, and you can't control it at all. So I have a lot of issues with sleep that I need to get on top of, figure out what's going on. That's my son talking. You wake up at 2:30? Oh, hi. Oh, okay, I thought that was Dawn. Hi, Stacy. I wake up usually 2 to 3 hours after I go to sleep. And I always have, what I found though, let me see, I was going to show you. Where did I put it? I always want food before I go back to sleep. Hi, Stacy. And so I have an assortment of sugar-free lollipops and high-protein chips, protein bars, protein drinks, a couple hours before the alarm. Yeah, isn't that fun? And then, so how long are you usually up? Do you go right back to sleep? Guten Morgen. Good morning to you too. I remember you. How have you been? What's the weather like in Germany? Is it pretty cool right now? I don't know what it's like over there. Sometimes. Yeah, I wish I could just sleep. All my sleeping issues started after I had kids. Before that, I slept like a rock. Never awakened. Didn't have problems going to sleep. I was a really sound sleeper. But now, ever since I've had kids, it all changed. I wonder why you're the only one. I was watching a lady yesterday that was streaming, and she had, I don't know, about the same amount of people in her live stream as I do, and nobody was saying a word. And so she said, and I thought she was pretty smart actually to say this. She said she would just start stretching until people came up with questions, and I thought that's pretty smart because I always want to stretch too. So why not live stream and stretch at the same time if no one's going to say anything? Or I could just ramble on and tell you stories that you're probably not that interested in, or maybe you would be, I don't know. But I have a lot of weight loss stories that I could tell. But whether or not you would be interested in a story about weight loss and what my life used to be like before I lost weight, I don't know. But some of the stories are pretty tragic, actually. I would be, I'm dealing with thyroid issues and struggling to lose weight. I'm dealing with thyroid issues too. And my hormone specialist said that my T3 and T4 and free, all of it, he said, was normal, but it was on the really low end of normal. And I've been very, very tired. And I think I need a higher dose of, or yes, Hashimoto's. I have that too. It's so common when you're like over, 45. It's really common. But when I first started taking it, I lost 10 pounds without trying, which for me is a really big deal. And then it was like my body became acclimated to it, and I put it back on. And I really believe I need a higher dose. Well, ask me a question, Freedom Town. But yeah, if you don't get I got the name of a new hormone specialist today. I emailed them, and hopefully, not hopefully, I'm sure they'll email me back on Monday. What do you mean, why am I secure? We could be secure in thousands of ways. What do you do for fun? For fun, I love to read and learn, and I love to listen to music and dance, and I love to play pickleball. I played pickleball today and had a blast. I'm not that good. I'm new at it, but I intend on I want to become pretty good at it. It's fun to have a goal like that, and I want to take a couple pickleball lessons so that I can. Some of the people I've been playing with are really serious about pickleball, and they wear special pickleball gloves. And this lady that was playing today at the gym I go to had special pickleball gloves, and she had an armband and a visor, and I mean, she was really into pickleball. I do believe in that. Yes, I actually do. Like Gymshark, they actually refunded all my money. Gymshark did. I was hell bent on letting people know how crappy their leggings have become, and I emailed them, probably 30 times. And sometimes being relentless pays off. And I had bought some that were on clearance, non-returnable, but they completely changed the amount of fabric they used. I normally wear small. Well, small I couldn't even get over my legs, and they changed the fabric itself and made it so thin that you could see through it. So I mean, what a joke! And initially they offered me 10% off future leggings. Well, I don't want their leggings anymore. They're not the same that they used to be. And I guess the competition, the only thing I can think of is that the competition has become too fierce, or whatever you want to say, for Gymshark, and that's why but they're going to end up going bankrupt instead of saving money. The best way to have a happy marriage? Well, for one thing, there's certain things that I can't say, of course, on this platform, but You have to be willing to, I mean, the thing that I wanted to say, I can't really say on here, but you have to sacrifice. It's give and take. You cannot, if you think that you're always going to have your way and that your partner, even if you have a really kind partner, they're going to start resenting you if you don't sacrifice. And it's, now, why am I not thinking of the correct verbiage? Give and take. I mean, my hair. But you have to be willing to sacrifice and put your partner in front of you. Well, if you're, wait, glute check. I have pretty big, I used to have a really big butt, and after I lost weight, it was still big, but not as big. It was so big it embarrassed me my whole life. But, well, being a pushover, you almost need someone to protect you. You need a good person to protect you who will look out for your best interest. Because my mom is like that. My mom is a very poor judge of character, and I never understood that because I'm the complete opposite. I can talk to someone for less than a minute and tell you, I know I'm very, very sensitive and adept at things like that, and I'm not like that. Now, granted, some people are great actors, like my ex-husband, who's a narcissist, if not a sociopath, and he definitely fooled me. And by the time I realized I really shouldn't have married him, it was too late. I was in love with him, and I knew I shouldn't marry him. I knew it. I remember writing about it in my journal, even. And I did anyway, and it was the worst decision of my life. So the easiest thing I can tell you is to trust your gut. If you feel like there's something not right about a person, don't doubt yourself. Don't question yourself. Go along with your judgment, your gut instincts, and believe in yourself and what you think, because you're most likely correct. You give it take, you give, I'll take, I can. Well, yeah, but then that sets you up for resentment. If one person just gives and the other person just takes, unless the person just has absolutely no self-esteem, well, who wants to be with someone like that? Then they're going to be resentful. Let's say it's a strong and young, beautiful woman. Well, I've definitely dated younger. Yeah. I have a lot more, my interests and what I like to do are generally about 2 decades younger than my age. So, I mean, yeah. You were hoping, yes, I was hoping you're right. That's exactly what I was doing. I was hoping he'd change. We all hope things like that for people that we care about. We hope. But what was it? My dad was a very brilliant man. And he used to say, and my dad was not vulgar. He was extremely well educated and intelligent. But he did used to say this to me, and I remember it because I thought it was so bizarre that my father spoke like this. But he used to say, you can either shit in one hand or hope in the other hand. Guess which hand will fill up more quickly? And I always remember him saying that to me because it was, I mean, I always envisioned somebody, pooping in their hand and then wishing. And then, so it's a ridiculous illustration, but it's true. So you have to make it happen, whatever you want to have happen. You're, yeah, you're in your mid-30s. Well, that's perfect. No, I don't, I'm not a good cook. I'm not a bad cook, but I'm not a great cook. And to be honest, I don't like cooking at all. I despise it, actually. What's an EBT card? That's why relationships go bad, hoping a person. Well, plus what I think, who is that? Retiree, Lawrence. Plus people change. If you marry somebody when you're young, like in your early 20s or mid 20s even, 10 years later, you're a different person. 20 years later, you're really a different person. And if that person that you're married to hasn't changed and grown as a person along with you, then you're not compatible anymore. So I like to do things that are active. I like to go out and dance and go to museums and play things like pickleball or anything where I can be active. I try to sit as little as possible. Sometimes I am my own worst enemy, though. I don't rest enough and I kind of exhaust myself. I don't understand that. But there's nothing wrong with dinner and movies. But always remember, all that glitters isn't gold. Things are not always what they seem. I can't believe. My gosh. Wow, something is definitely going on. For sure. Can you, what? Oh, for sure, can you not see mine? Not see what? I don't understand. Oh, yes, I can see your text. Paulo. Are you from Rome, Paulo? I gotcha. Yeah, you're about the only one that's writing anything, so you definitely stand out. Hi, Taylor. Hi, Paul. Did you know that when you join a live stream now, that it shows in your profile all the people you follow and any picture or video that you've ever posted? I can immediately see it, and it tells me all of your demographics, all of that. Did you know that? Good. Is anybody even listening to what I just said? I was just making it up. I just made it up. It doesn't say anything. It just says free, I can't even read because I don't have my glasses. Freetown, USA. My hands are cold. These aren't really very good gloves. Maybe I'll change them to real gloves. That might be smart. Duh. I'll put these on. These are real gloves. They're a little bit tight, but just call me Dawn. That's what everyone else. Okay, Dawn. Oh, I remember you, baby David. I love your profile picture. Isn't that an owl? At least that's what do I have these on backwards? I have them on backwards. No, I'm not a fitness instructor. I just play one on TikTok. No, I'm not. I don't have a NASM accreditation. I could easily teach people, though. I've been in fitness for a long time.